want to look like a try hard, yeah, I'm a basic bee. I think here and there it's good to break the rules and do something that's a little bit different. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a brand new and super exciting video. It is all about how to find your personal style. I know it's a topic that I've wanted to chime in for quite some times now, but I feel like now I am in a better place to actually talk about personal style, especially after all the experimentations that I've gone through over the last few years. I think now I am at a much better place to talk about how to find your personal style, and hopefully these tips help you figure out what your personal style is. If there was something that helped you find your personal style, I would love to hear about it. Please leave it in the comments. First thing first, I'm pretty sure you guys want to know what I'm wearing. Since this video is all about personal style, I am sticking to my personal style because you guys know me. I love my whites, and also linen is my favorite fabric. I've been talking about linen on this channel for a decade now. It's no surprise that I would show up in a linen. I probably wear linen shirts every day in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's my tank top. I'm obsessed with tank tops. Now that summer is here, I can finally break out all my linen pieces. This is from H&M. Every year they bring it back. It's like a staple in my wardrobe. For my earrings, this is actually from Susan Shaw. It's actually one of my favorite jewelry brand. They are based in Texas, made in the USA. I absolutely adore their jewelry because it's statement pieces. This is from the newest collection from the La Dolce Vita. Adore. And also the bangle is from them. I've actually been on the market for some bangles. Also, the prices are quite affordable. This is a tennis necklace that I've had for like over a year now. I got it from Xoxo Rose, under 45 bucks or something like that. But why don't we go ahead and get into this video. When it comes to finding out personal style, I would say the number one thing that will help you is figure out what your body shape is. I know people would like to tell you you shouldn't dress for your body shape. I would say that's not accurate. You should totally dress for your body shape. Not 100% of the time. I think sometimes it's good to ignore the rules and just wear something that you want to wear anyways, but I would say it's better to know what your body shape is, whether it's apple, pear, triangle, rectangle. I think I'm more of a rectangle, somewhat of a bust. And do not stop there. Not only figure out what your body shape is, also figure out what your body proportion is. That will make the biggest difference, because you can be a rectangle, but then again, you can be a rectangle with a longer torso, shorter legs, or you can be a rectangle with a shorter torso, longer legs. Body proportion, I would say it's the most important thing that you should figure out, because for the longest time I would just buy things and then they would just not fit me, or they would make me look shorter. Not good. Also, when you see someone else buy something, just because they're the same height as you doesn't mean it's going to look the same, because I know people my height that look so much taller than I am. The reason why is because I have long torso and shorter legs. I have my friend who's the same height as me, but she has longer legs but shorter torso. She always appears taller than me even though we are the same height. Finding out what your body shape is, what your body proportion is, will be the number one step for you to. Now you can actually figure out the kind of style of clothes that you like. Actually buy the ones that is going to be the most flattering on your body shape or your body proportion. I would say that's the number one tip. And honestly, when I figured those things out, it's just so much easier for me to shop for myself, knowing what is going to look good automatically. Number two, it is super important, which is something that I've been dying to do myself, haven't had the opportunity to do it. But again, through experimenting with so much clothing, colors over the years, I feel like I have a really good idea of what my colors are, but I still want to do a color analysis and figure out what colors works best for my skin tone. It is super important because certain colors will make you look dead and certain colors will just bring the life in your face. It is so important to find out the colors that works for you. It could be cool tone or you could be warm tone. Finding out those colors will be one of the best things you can do, which is one of the reasons why I absolutely adore wearing white, because white is that universal color I feel like that looks good on everyone, but I know personally white just is the best color for me. Whenever I wear white, always make me look alive. And you guys always say that I am the queen of white dresses, although that I wanted to give away that title over the last couple of years, but I think I am back. I really do love my white dress. Again, of course, I do love adding some color here and there, but I would say color analysis is one of the biggest things that you can do, because that will save you so much money on not buying things that just doesn't make you look good. Olive green is a color that I cannot stand being near me. If I wear like an olive shade, it will make me look muddy. It will take the life away from my shade. Even pastel colors don't work for me. I feel like something that's a little bit richer, something that's more jewel tone, look absolutely amazing with my skin tone. Finding those colors that just look good with you and your personal style, because it's going to help you pick out your colors, what looks good on you and what doesn't. Obviously, you do not have to stick to it 100% of the time. You should experiment and try out different things, but I would say color analysis will be that girl. I think here and there it's good to break the rules and do something that's a little bit different, but finding what your colors are is super important to your personal style. Number 4, which is something that's a little bit easier, which is doing mood board on Pinterest. I live on Pinterest. I absolutely adore Pinterest. I can spend an entire day on Pinterest just pinning my life away. So I would say go on Pinterest, put out like a mood board, finding out the silhouettes that you think may look good on you, or the silhouettes that you actually like on people. So I think, you know, Pinterest, it's a really great tool at finding what your personal style is. Also just get on there, just like pin away certain styles, and then just go out and then just like try them out for yourself and actually see what looks good on you. But Pinterest is a really great resource to finding your personal style. There's just like so many outfit ideas on there that you can find. You never know what could work for you, because sometimes you may think something doesn't work until you actually try it. And Pinterest is such a great tool. Definitely utilize it to your advantage of finding what works for you. Number 5, which is kind of the same as Pinterest, but it's kind of like mimic the people whose personal style that you actually love. For me, my style icon is Audrey Hepburn, but obviously we live in a different time period, so I can't necessarily, well, I can still wear a lot of what Audrey would have worn, but still I can't necessarily wear all that stuff all the time. Audrey is like my style icon. Who else do I like? I also do love Caroline Bessette. Very minimal, chic. Who else is my style icon? Those are the people that I would say are like my style icons, because I like things that are like super simple. I don't like clothing that is out there, that is very extravagant. That is me personally. I really love simple things, because I don't want the attention to just be on my outfit. There's some people wear the most outrageous and most wonderful, beautiful pieces. I like to just be very simple, very like minimalistic, chic. I just don't like to look like I've made a lot of effort. I don't want to look like a try-hard. Not to say that the people that are extra or try-hards. For me personally, I just love the effortless look. It just comes to me so naturally, even though it probably took me a year to perfect. That's my thing. But looking effortless, not looking like I put a lot of effort. It's just me personally. I just love things that are like very simple. I just don't like, you know, the extraness. It's just not for me. I think it's finding out what is for you. You know, if you love the extraness, absolutely, I think you should do that. Do not be afraid to just mimic the people, your favorite bloggers. Obviously make it your own. Do not be one of those people that just 100% like copy and paste, but I would say try to mimic the people that you absolutely adore their style. Sometimes that will make you realize that's actually not what you like at all. I know it's happened to me many times where I absolutely adore a style on someone, but that doesn't mean that it's something that is true to my personal style. The way to find that out is to actually mimic, not copy and paste, but mimic the people whose style that you admire, and then see if it aligns with yours. You know, always bring your own taste to it to make it yours. And the next thing I would say, it's probably the most important one that you can do, is to actually experiment, because until you experiment, you will never truly find your personal style until you experiment. You cannot sit down for an entire year just like pinning stuff on Pinterest and not trying. Like until you actually try it for yourself, you will never know. So the next one, I would say, it's really trying different silhouettes, different style. And do not be afraid of like trying things that you probably would never pick up, because you never know. I cannot tell you how many times it's happened to me where I think something is not even my style. It's not something that I even think that I would ever wear. But I picked it up, I tried on, and then I'm just like, oh my god, this actually looks good on me. Like, I love this. And then it becomes something that's in my closet, that's something that is integrated into my personal style. So I would say experimenting is probably one of the most wonderful thing that you can do, is really to just put to use all the other works that you've done. Again, learning about your body proportions, learning about your body shape, doing a color analysis, and, you know, mimicking the people whose style that you adore. All of that, I would say, when you package it together and experiment, that's the way to find your personal style. Me personally, I've gone to like so many different styles over the year, and even over the last couple of years where I tried to go in a more trendy direction, just like a year later or 2 years later, just to find out it's not really me. I mean, of course, I'm still going to try trendy pieces here and there, but for me, I just don't really find happiness in a lot of trendy pieces. I've just come to the conclusion that being chic is just, it's truly who I am. It doesn't matter how much that I sometimes trying to like stray away from being chic. It's in my DNA. That is one thing that I realized. As much as I want to like wear denim all the time, wear really trending stuff, one thing that I realize, whenever it's time for me to leave the house, I always gravitate towards what my style is, what looks good on me, which is like a tailored pant with a button-down shirt, a blazer. Those are the things that I truly enjoy. Of course, now I can definitely appreciate denim. I have a better appreciation for jeans, denim. I wear denim, you know, when the time is right. But I will tell you, I always feel the most confident, the most like myself, when I am in a high waist wide leg trouser. That is me to a T. That's when I feel the most comfortable, the most like myself. And it's good to realize that this is your style, this is who you are. You know, you don't have to try to be like everyone else, be trendy. Again, nothing wrong with trendy. I absolutely love trends. Of course, I will still be experimenting with different styles, but one thing that I realized after trying a trend, I just never actually reach for that piece again. So I always go back to my classics. So, which is why I'm just like, you know what, why bother spending money, wasting money, you know, trendy stuff on styles that I know I'm not going to really enjoy within the next couple of months. But then again, that's the beauty of fashion, right? Who cares? If you enjoy it, why not try it? Even though you're probably not gonna wear it the next couple of months, but if that's what you truly want, then just freaking do it. But I've come to the conclusion myself that I am a chic lady. You know what? I'm just going to stick to me being chic. One of the things that I just realized recently, it's just like one of the reasons why that I wanted to start my channel to begin with, is because I wanted to actually share more of how to be chic and all that stuff in terms of lifestyle, not just fashion, rather than doing like everything everyone else is doing. Again, nothing wrong with that, but I found out, you know what, that's what I like. Why trying to fit in instead of just like being who you are? Again, I love the trends, I absolutely appreciate them, but I think I will be going back to my chic style, even though I never let it really, but I did experiment quite a lot over the last year, which I'm very appreciative for. Very happy that I have, because it just made me realize that I'm much more comfortable in my usual chic style. But what it's giving me, one area that I was lacking was kind of like dressing up. So I definitely upped the ante in that area. Now I feel like I have so many pieces that I can wear out to dress up. So that's one area that I was lacking. Now I feel like I could just like bring that up. Compared to before, I only had regular clothes for during the day, nothing for nighttime. One thing that I could say, that's changed over the last couple of years, was actually learning how to add those pieces to my wardrobe. So now I'm at the point where I feel like my personal style it's very, very true to who I am. Don't be afraid to try out trends and figure out which one works for you, which one doesn't. I think it's much better when you kind of like experiment. It makes it actually easier for you to kind of like pinpoint what works for you and what goes with your personal style. I would definitely say experiment. And the other thing that I would say, travel. It's a great way to develop your personal style, because sometimes living your small town, living your small city, and going to a different city, to a different state, to a different country can completely overhaul your personal style. I would say if you can't travel, then do not worry. That's what we have YouTube here, and so you can just like follow people from the other places that resonate with your style. More for me, it's always been the UK girls. So for over the last decade, and I like my outfits simple. I don't like my outfits to speak for me. Yeah, I'm a basic bee. So I recognize that and I don't mind it, and I own up to it. Like, it's who I am and I love it. No one can make me actually feel bad for being a basic bee. So again, I love my neutrals. Obviously in the summertime, I'm going to be wearing my colors. I have my bright color dresses, but most of the time you'll probably find me in a white dress, because that's what looks the most on me. Like, I have never regretted wearing a white dress. Next thing I would say, take photos. Taking photos would actually help you a lot to see what looks good on you. Taking photos, it's such a great thing. I find for myself it helped me tremendously. And you know, me being a blogger, obviously it makes it a lot easier, but I would say taking photos would actually kind of like make you see like what looks really good on you and what doesn't. But you can always rely on photos, because sometimes the things that look so good on in real life doesn't always translate in pictures. Take that with a grain of salt. So I feel the photo is like 50-50, but that can help you kind of like gauge you with your personal style as well. I would say it's always documenting your outfit, taking photos of your outfit, see what feels comfortable to you, what makes it easy for you to just pose and just be yourself. That helps. And the last one, which is one I feel like that never gets mentioned, and how to find your personal style, is your hair. You know, find a hair color or like a hairstyle that works for you. I think it's imperative to find, again, like a hairstyle that you love. Like, whatever you find that hairstyle that goes with you, just like embrace it and just freaking do it. Again, nothing wrong against experimenting when it comes to hair. Obviously, in order for you to find a hairstyle that works for you, you kind of have to experiment, and of course like with the coloring as well that works with you. It could be red, it could be honey blonde, or like a yellow blonde, it could be black, brown, whatever it is. Find that color that works for you. I feel like now I've found my color. I just like love lighter hair on me. I feel like, I don't know, it just like bring another dimension to my personal style that I couldn't find before. I just felt like before I was missing something in my personal style, and I feel like it was the hair color. Find a hair color, find the hairstyle. Like, even me before, I used to never have my hair parted in the middle. It used to always be on the side. And find a hairstyle that works with you. You don't have to do it forever, but I think it's just like, you know, finding what works for you, what you feel the most comfortable and confident in, and just do it. You know, just like Sofia Richie, like, you know, she always had that like slick bun. That's her kind of like signature, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous on her. I think it's just like finding what works for you and kind of like stick to it. Obviously experiment sometimes, let your hair down and just let it do whatever it does. You know, finding, you know, your best angle, your best hair, what looks the best on you, and just like run with it. I think that's very, very important to your personal style. I know for myself, even some of my friends are always telling me like, you should change up your hair, you should do a bob, you should do this, you should do that. It's just like, that's not part of my personal style and look that I feel comfortable and confident in. Why go out of my way? Again, not necessarily, you don't have to be stuck to doing the same thing over and over again, but I think it's just like finding what works for your personal style, or like the look that you enjoy, and then just like really run with it. I would even include makeup in there. So I would say finding like a makeup look that just like work with your face, your coloring. So I think it's just like finding what works for you personally. You don't have to just do all the craze, all the latest, you know, trends and stuff. Obviously it's good to like try out new trends in terms of makeup. I'm always trying out new trends, but even though I try out new trends, but there's like a specific look just like very, you know, nice and light that I always kind of like go back to. So I think it's just like finding that and knowing yourself. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Easy for you to radiate this is my personal style. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if I am missing anything, please be sure to leave it in the comments. Let me know what I've missed, and also do let me know what tips have you implemented that I've mentioned here, or that you will be implementing in terms of finding your personal style. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next video. Bye bye.